Hello everybody, and today we're talking about why Roblox players are actually mad at the Metaverse Champions event. It seems like people get madder and madder at this event for the dumbest of reasons, but today they're actually mad because of this egg. Now this egg is actually saying goodbye to all egg hunts inside the future because now there's not going to be any more egg hunts and egg hunts are completely canceled. If you don't already know about the situation, I highly suggest you check out my video on it that I uploaded yesterday, but basically the reason why egg hunts are canceled is just because they're not very inclusive, especially when Roblox is trying to move to wider audiences like China and India. They just don't celebrate Easter as much over there, so Roblox just wants to be more inclusive, and they think the best way of doing this is actually removing egg hunts entirely. Also, these egg hunts cost Roblox a lot of money, so they also want to spend less money on making events for players. So basically this egg is just a tribute to Roblox removing egg hunts. And because it's a tribute and a ton of people loved egg hunts, a lot of people actually want this egg just to remember egg hunts and to kind of be a collector of the item to flex it or just have it inside their inventory. So starting off with how you actually get the egg, people are actually mad about this. And that's because you need 30 to 40 badges to actually get the egg. However, if you did actually really want the egg, you could technically get 30 to 40 badges since each champion has around 10 to 11 badges each. But it would be really hard considering how some of the games take a long time to actually get the badge. And it's not like you can go back to earlier weeks at the Metaverse Championship to find easier games. All you could pretty much do if you waited this long to actually get the badges is just try to collect every single badge, even though it takes hours and hours to do. Especially since some of the Metaverse Champions games are actually designed to take hours and hours, so the developers get more money the longer you play it, and they don't really care about the quality of the actual event, so they just make it take 5 hours to actually get the badge, which you will actually need to do depending on how many badges you still need to collect. So I actually went to a ton of different comment sections just looking at people's tutorials on how to get the egg, just seeing people's reactions to actually how to get it, and a ton of Roblox players were definitely mad at this. As you can see, this person said, "So I need 30 quests done. I've been working on it for 2 hours now." Obviously mad at how long it actually takes to get this amount of badges. Then another person is saying, "Ugh, it's gonna take so much work. Why can't we just get it without getting 30 badges?" Then another person even saying, "I would have gotten the badges if Roblox told us we get an egg for it." Which is another thing people were actually mad about. They wanted actually to know that they were gonna get an egg if they actually got 30 badges, because then a lot more people would have gotten the badges. And I feel like that's the exact same when it comes to the prizes at the end, depending on which champion actually wins. I feel like there would just be way more hype for the event if people actually knew what they were getting. Especially if people knew that they were going to get a tribute to the end of all egg hunts, a ton more people would have collected 30 badges rather than not as many people since they didn't know. But comment down below if you knew this was the last egg that we'd actually be ever getting from Roblox, would you have collected the 30 badges to get it? Because a ton of people, me included, actually did the bare minimum and only got like a certain amount of badges, just trying to support whatever champion we were rooting for a little bit, but at the same time not spend hours and hours just collecting random badges. I also saw a lot of YouTubers like Sharkblocks not collect all the badges and instead just get all the chests, so you can get all the prizes at the end, rather than just collect somewhat unnecessary badges. Another comment I actually found said, "I can only imagine the regret of the people who decided to do the bare minimum, because now they actually have to collect so many of these badges rather than already have collected a ton of them." So people were mad they didn't get really any sort of a hint or a person telling them that they should collect every single badge, because the only thing that people were actually really saying is that you don't need to collect all the badges. All you really need is just to collect all the chests, which turns out to be false, because if you actually wanted every single prize, you would have needed to collect at least 30 badges. This person said, "And they even said you only needed the badges for the crates and the scores for the champions. Guess we got lied to." Then another person said, "I want to hold myself at, they should have given us a hint so we would get more badges." Now the last thing people are actually really mad at is the actual design of the egg. Now it doesn't really look that bad. It's not like it's any type of abnormally ugly egg, but the thing about it is it's extremely small. It was literally meant as an April Fool's joke in 2008 and nobody really ever got it until now. And it's actually called Tiny Egg of Nonexistence. And the only way you're actually able to see this egg on your avatar is if you have the headless, because it's directly in the center of your head, which is supposed to be a reference to how the egg hunts are now inside of your memory, inside of your brain, rather than you actually being able to play them anymore, which is actually pretty sad. But yeah, you just can't see it anymore, and it's not really on your avatar at all. It's inside of your avatar. So in my opinion, unless you're like a collector of old Roblox items, you already have the badges, or you just want to brag to your friends, there's not really a point to getting it. But tell me down below, are you actually mad at the fact that to get this egg you have to get 30 of the Metaverse Champion badges, or do you think that's it's fair because of how much of a sacred collectible item this actually is? And do you plan on actually getting this item, or do you already have it? Because so far, out of over like 1 million people that actually participated in the event, only about 60,000 people actually have it. Anyways, make sure you guys go and like the video and subscribe and notifications on for more videos like this in the future. Basically just talking about different situations going around inside the community because you might enjoy some of my videos, and goodbye.